Mahila, both your hands are numb. Dabu, it was so much built up over time. By the time you went in there, you were an anomaly because it was so much that went unnoticed by the doctors that they said, we can't even diagnose this because this should have been figured out day one after the riot, and so it's just too much that is sedimented, into the body. Yes, the rain that happens in London area, which is Kentucky, is very, very important. That's where Anton LaVey had his knee, was the rain. You come out like Dennis, and that's when Ben V said, Maverick, okay? So whenever Ben V said Maverick is the day that you are running through the rain like Dennis. And it's very important that you use your collection of your father to make it over to Jake's Cigar Bar Park. It's checkpointed, and then you can go somewhere else. So, yes, the father is tied to the minister Paul, where they say you're not whole, right? Because you're acting like something's been taken from you, or you're not all there. You're forgetting things. This is part of your Area 51. And if you made peace with the family, it's even more with the hands being numb. You have the handmade, you have everything that is a conglomerate of you playing with your action figures under the desk of or the foot table of Don Denny. You get into a tight spot, so it's all compounded within, and you do have a heavy set feeling of that you're not whole. And this is hopefully not what the gods feel, that they want to be megazoids and combine with others. But if they feel this for a long period of time, I could see why. It's not a good feeling at all. You had a falling out with your father before you left in early Lexington. He said, you'll be homeless and on the street. And then mom called later and said, you'll never be homeless. So I guess it's whoever dies first. Yeah, it's just... yeah, just stay frosty. You'll be okay. The dreams have been surreal. As you can see from the Bel Shalisha, I'm aware of the dreams. They've been surreal. Yes, very much waking up in that reality, and then your other reality sets in, and then you cycle it through the rest of the day. That's how it works. You're living it every day. That's a K mentality of the Danny Trejo being Z in Heat. We've gone over this. So, had pizza last night, had the wings, and then finished the pizza in the car this morning. Pineapple and ham that they put on there. So that's all I've had today. But I know that they're doing a fast. I mean, they're doing a fast for not confusion and for clarity, and I've been clear on everything. I have. I've told you exactly what it is, and you're gonna have to act on those impulses of, okay, what is making me shake right now? What is making me spring into action and then I'm saying, no, I'm in my room that is paid for, that is my little safe house, Ben V, and I'm not going to go anywhere. Well, if you do that, then you're going to cut off early when you're at this point, because it's very important that you do all the steps of the obstacles. And if you don't, it does count against you. You can't just go to bed at 9 o'clock and get up at 4 a.m. And you've been there, right there on time. The whole time I was in Lexington, you were on time. You weren't going to bed just like Don Denny when he was cut off, right? So, but that's the schedule that he was on, kind of going to bed at like 8 or 9 and then getting up at 4, washing dishes in the kitchen, So, they'll say the world is moving on when you're talking about Paul Walker. They'll say the world is moving on, BP Earthwatch. And, you have to go over these things because one day you're not going to be on YouTube. Like you're gonna cut off, and they're gonna have to pick up the pieces of everything that you've taught them. And if you don't believe that, then it's for the aliens or for whoever you're doing this for, or for the 1,000-year reign, right? There's gonna be a lot going on during that 1,000-year reign. I mean, if you're gonna be an angel during that time, then other people are living in the beloved city, which could be a whole world. That could be a whole world. It's not just, well, they're camping out, having, campfires. Like, no, they're living in, it could be a matrix. Like, it could be like there's steps to the games. There's obstacles and evil to defeat. There's the whole story going on. So that could be part of the actual reign of Christ, even. I'm just saying, like, the beloved city and camp of the saints about might not know all that is going on. Yeah, it's hot, Don. It's hot, but we're doing the best we can do here. I'm working construction. I'm a hand model. I used to run around DJ Double M doing detective work. And planting fig trees in the underworld here. So, I have many jobs. I mean, I make money. I'm, fully, as it says in Ecclesiastes 5 says that God from the joy of his heart will help you whenever you feel like you're contributing to being a man of your societal ego, where you have a job, you have money, you have your farm, your animals, your food is all good, your hemp that you're smoking, like it's all like part of your life cycle that you feel very secure in, as okay, no one can really mess with you because and this is in the multitude sense, where you feel like you're a functioning member of society, and that this is a joy that you get. So when I dump out the coke onto the plant, or the tree, after it's been sitting in the car and I didn't drink all of it, then is it like I'm taking a risk? Is it like, well, I don't really have a job. I'm just kind of like, I'm not wearing, long sleeves right now. I'm confident I'm not wearing long sleeves. I got shorts and a short sleeve shirt on. So like I'm confident in myself. This is not, it's been taken away from me where it's Tron and it's the white of Tron and all this. It's more like this is a stage in the Matrix that you go through where you feel less. You feel like you're not a full man, but that's the conglomerate of everything that you've done to make it this far. And whenever you do go to Area 51, you get healed, whichever way that is.